So how to write a persuasive speech? Let's say you have to prepare a speech for a big audience or even a small audience, and you need to send them a message. You need to persuade them to do something, and you're still struggling to understand exactly how you can do that. And let me give you a few tips. Okay, the first thing is when you prepare your speech, it's very important that you understand why you want to send them this type of message. Why is it important? Because obviously you are not going to waste the time of your audience. That's not the goal here. So you need to keep in mind that if you gather an audience, if you bring people together to listen to you, then keep in mind why you are doing that. Why do you want them to get your message? Why is it important? And I will give you an example. It's like, let's say you need to talk to some employee and you need to talk to them about safety. Why you want to talk to them about safety? Because safety is important for their health, for them to feel good, not to get hurt. And it is good also for you, because if your employee are safe, if they don't get hurt doing their work, then you create some safety on the workplace and people work in better condition. Also for your company, you less lose money when people don't get hurt. So first, remember exactly why. Why do you need to do that speech? Why do you need to give them their message? Now let's focus on the how. So the how, usually the best way to connect, the best way to deliver a message is through emotion. People will have better chance to connect with you and to remember your message when you emotionally involve them. So you need to appeal to their emotion, and how you do that? Through storytelling. Story is the best way to connect with people. We human beings, we really like story, and especially like story for which we can relate to. So again, if I come back to my example about safety, and you want to tell your employee to use a specific protective tool in order to protect themselves on the workplace, and the story you can tell them is the story of one of their colleagues, and if it's one of their colleagues, they can relate to that. One of their colleagues that got hurt, and you can be very precise on exactly how he got hurt, how much he suffered, because suffer is emotional. If they can even feel the pain, if they can imagine exactly how it happened in the head, that will bring you much more persuasive power. So you will tell them how this employee got hurt, what happened to him in detail, and that this employee had to be brought to the hospital, and exactly at the hospital what has been done, how many days he had to stay. And I think also the good thing, if you want to persuade in this type of condition, is to talk about the family of the employee. The employee went to work on that day and the family could not see him coming back. In fact, the family got a call from the company telling that that particular employee got hurt. Then they were very stressed, shocked, and they went to the hospital to see that employee. So you see how I bring the elements that are very emotional for people that can be related to. So now when you talk about this story, the problem, the thing that happened, that your employee can relate to, that your employee feel shocked, feel scared, that they don't want this story to happen to them, especially for the employees that have a family and that could have exactly the same story, when they could get hurt on the workplace and the company would have to call their family to tell them that they got hurt. So if they can also relate to that, then you have much better chance to persuade them to apply this proactive tool. So remember, don't make something too much complicated or difficult to understand or too many data. Just keep it simple. Remember why you want to persuade people. Exactly what is the problem. And then tell them a story that they can relate to. And a story that is shocking. A story that they will make them feel the pain. And a story that will convince them that it can happen to them also.